Oh, it better be my guys.
It better be my guys.
All you know is Alex is in it. Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Isaac. What's he doing?
Well, especially like during like when I was like doing film and stuff, because I gave that up to do.
Weiss Schwarz?
No, I didn't know. I did not give that to give up that to do Weiss. All right, thank you for hosting the tournament. And so, what is your name and what do you do?
Alright, so my name is Tim Haraguchi. I'm actually the owner of Gold Star Collectibles. We're probably one of the bigger online dealers and probably the one that you see the most on Facebook and Reddit. Not on Discord because I don't know how to use Discord.
Yeah.
And my social media game kind of sucks. But I am one of the bigger guys that we do a lot of deals for Weiss Schwarz.
Yeah. And so you are hosting a $1,000 tournament. For what's the main reason that you're hosting the tournament?
So long story short, we've been doing Weiss Schwarz for about 5-6 years now, and you know what? I had a secret shop, so that was the main thing. I've always had a secret shop. People would come and pick up products, and when it came down to it, we started selling 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, sometimes triple-digit cases. So we had customers come on in, but we had no place to play.
Yeah.
So Bushy Road and my customers are like, they're just like, hey, I want somewhere to play. Hey, I want tournament packs. They want all these different things.
Yeah.
So long story short, I got the tournament at my secret shop, but then, you know, I only can hold it once in a while because I do get product and things like that, and it just gets cluttered. So, long story short, after COVID and all this stuff, I said, you know what? Let's go. Let's bring a Weiss Schwarz store to the masses and make it a community store.
Yeah.
So that's how this actual store is kind of ran. You can see how we have people going back and forth. We have other people's consignment products and things like that. But I wanted to give back. And the only way we can give back is a tournament. And that's where we decided to go big. Because if I feel like I'm one of the biggest guys out there, then I have to give back at a decent number.
Yeah.
I thought 1K was a decent number, plus a championship belt and all that good stuff.
With Weiss Schwarz, because Weiss Schwarz is more of a smaller trading card game, how is, and there's a lot of Weiss Schwarz products here, how is it, like, compared differently to the other trading card games, business-wise?
So business-wise, online, I'm 95% Weiss Schwarz, 5% everything else.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty unique. When it comes to in this retail store in general, we're actually 95% Pokemon, 5% Weiss Schwarz.
Yeah.
But the community here want a place to play. They actually started to kind of come on over now, and they buy cases from me. So it's actually gradually going up in actually percentage-wise because they have now a lot reliable source to get the product. There's no shenanigans where if it's a hot set where we're saying, hey, we said 40, but now it's 60, or we're charging 25% above whatever it costs. I'm still bringing what I have online on goldstarcollectibles.com, but it's cheaper in the store. Because
is it because of the shipping?
Yeah.
Shipping or transaction
Some people
rates?
try to charge more because you're retail, but I'm like, hey, I don't need to.
Yeah.
You're minus the shipping.
Yeah.
And we're good to go. We'll subtract shipping off the actual purchase, and you'll get a free. You get a case, and you're gonna pay less than what you would do online.
Yeah, and you're also supporting the local community for the people that live in Sacramento.
Correct. We got Sacramento. We got people from Sacramento here today. They're looking pretty good on this little tournament, but we also do got my guys from Reno. We got Bay Area. We got Central Valley coming on up.
Yeah.
And this is just to make a name. This is our first event, and again, it's to give back to the community and say, hey, look, Gold Star Collectibles is here. We're actually a store that you can come to and kick it with, and we will talk anime. We will talk Weiss. You know, I'm not the best player, but we will talk Weiss. We will talk Weiss. I know how to play.
Yeah.
I'm just not a great player.
Absolutely. And the turnout has been, have you been surprised, or were you surprised with
100%,
the turnout?
100%. I'm 100% surprised at exactly how many people came in, because I was expecting maybe about 40 people. But our guy, tournament organizer Isaac, was like, we're going to have about 60. I was like, you're lying.
Yeah.
There's no way. So we have about 60 plus, some change. So what I did was that this particular store can't handle 60 people.
Yeah.
So we ran the little corner 5,000 square foot spot, and we said, you know what, let's just do that. I talked to the landlord. They said, no problem, it's open. We'll give you the spot for the day. So long story short, we'll probably have it for the weekend, because they're not here on the weekends, but we're having it for the entire weekend. But it's a 5,000 square foot. I just said, hey, we're going to do that. No cost to the actual prize pool. I'm just going to pay for it. We're going to make it happen because I want everybody to come in and just have a good time.
Would this be like an annual thing, were you thinking, or is it just going to be just like a one and done thing? Because I know you do local tournaments here, but this is more of like a large scale. And 60 people are here, and usually 60 people are like a regional for certain areas as well. So this being like a one and off thing, or do you see it more being more like a circuit?
So as long as the marquee spot over here doesn't get rented out, that's going to be your biggest portion, right?
Yeah.
Unless I rent it out, but it's pretty big. If that marquee spot on the corner doesn't get rented out, they said I could definitely have it. I could keep going back for more tournaments. Now, it's ideal because right now the prize pool is pretty high, right? And we're adding, all the people that are paying in is going back to the prize pool.
Yeah.
We all paid for it. We bought lunch with the prize, everything, but we added more to the prize pool. So the winner is actually getting more than what they were expecting. We do have the championship belt. Now, I think the bigger prize pool will probably be maybe once a year.
Yeah.
But just determine, I do have a marketing background, so if I can get people to sponsor some of this stuff and get more money to come in, which I'm going to try soon,
yeah,
it could be a quarterly thing.
Yeah.
And it could be more than a keg. Because, long story short, I don't know if you were here during the, kind of like the 10 o'clock when everybody started coming in.
I showed up like at 11.
Yeah, we were packed. I mean, this place was stuck. I was like, how is it? We got transition people. We got no room here. It's like going into Applebee's and going to those little
yeah.
stalls. You can't even make it. And that was the thing. If the turnout was like this, the first one, and now we know how to really operate and things like that, I'm pretty sure that I can go around and get sponsorship. We can make the prize pool better. And I think that when in time, it'll run smoother, but it'll be more catered towards, hey, this is going to be a legitimate circuit just for Weiss Schwarz.
Yeah.
We can make it happen. And I think that's one staple that a lot of people are missing when it comes to a tournament type thing. A reliable, something that's not going to BS around and say, hey, we'll give you a check next week or something like that.
Absolutely.
Because we're gonna start cashing out right here shortly, and you're going to see what's going on at the end of the summer.
And so the way that I was introduced through to Gold Star Collectibles was through the YouTube channel, and I genuinely enjoy the YouTube channel, all the unboxings that y'all did, and the showing off like the more of the high rarity cards. So do you have any like advice or any words to the people that are trying to start off doing like unboxings on YouTube?
So long story short, I've been lagging on that too. My content has been lagging because I just opened the store, and this is actually, if you upload this, you're going to be the first video that I've been on in quite some time. Ever since Azure Lane, I haven't done a video drop at all.
Yeah.
And the reason is I've been working on this shop.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do a little bit more, especially when it comes down to just Weiss Schwarz in general.
It's just the time.
But yeah, it's just the actual reception of this store is monstrous with the Pokemon community, with the Weiss community. People just want a place to go and kick it.
Yeah.
People don't want to have to sit there, and I'm gonna say some stuff. Pay to sit down. They don't want to have a membership fee. They don't want to sit there and like we were talking about Disney Lorcana.
Yeah.
People don't want to sit there and spend $150 on a booster box of Lorcana. We have it for $110.
Yeah.
You come over here for a Weiss Schwarz, it's not going to be over $60 a box. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth my time. If you buy the whole thing, hey, $55 a box, no problem. Then we can keep going lower, like you just saw Johannes.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of it. $30 a box. And the concept of this store is just to keep revenue flowing.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I think a lot of stores are missing. And I want to do more content around the store as well.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
Like just to showcase like why am I successful? Why am I churning a lot of product compared to everybody else?
Yeah.
How is my Weiss Schwarz game different from XYZ? Like I've had stores call me on Azure Lane, the biggest. That was a big release.
Yeah, that's huge.
I was like, shoot, I gotta record my video. I have a video recorded. I forgot to upload it.
Yes.
And if you're gonna do these things, you want to be first to market, right? You want to be first to upload. But there's also a connotation when you first upload a little too early. You got the Weiss Schwarz police saying, hey, you shouldn't be uploading box openings early and things like that. So I don't know exactly how to kind of compensate that. I would say if you're going to do earlier Weiss openings, Thursday, 9 p.m. upload it. You'll be okay with that. So that's one of the bigger tips. Because somewhere it's Friday.
Yeah.
You just do it that way.
Don't break street date.
That's the biggest no-no that it's just an unspoken rule. Do not break street date. Don't post anything about selling something after street date.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say it and you want to post something, just say, oh, we'll ship on this day.
Yeah.
We have X, Y, Z. So that's selling portion. But if you're gonna do the videos, 100%, just do it with what you have. Because long story short, if you think you're gonna be a millionaire doing Weiss Schwarz videos, are you a millionaire yet, buddy?
Not yet. I'm a $200.
Right? I'm barely getting a $70 paycheck yet. So I haven't even hit the $100 threshold on that. Okay, so let's be real on that.
Yeah.
You're not going to be an overnight sensation. Right?
Yeah,
There's no reason. But if you do it because you're passionate about something and you want to record, that's something that will drive it a long ways. And if you want to learn the business side of Weiss Schwarz and why it makes, why I'm so successful, I don't want to show everything yet, but there are certain things that I am really, really strong about. And for instance, I was going to example was the Azure Lane. I bought every booster box out just out of nowhere. I said, you know what? How many you got left? I'll take it. How many this to show have? I'll take it.
Yeah.
And stores called me and said, hey, Tim, can you help me out?
Yeah.
Can you help me out? I was like,
Yeah.
What? Can you, what's the price? I oversold and I kind of messed up. And like,
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I could have just said no, tell the customers to come to me, but I actually shipped it out for them.
Yeah. So that also kind of leads into my next question, and most likely my second to last question is, since you just opened up the shop, you've been doing this for a good while, do you have any advice for people that are thinking about opening up a shop?
Biggest thing. Hands down. So, there's a lot of mistakes that happen, right? And you see it on Facebook and things like that. People are showcasing that they opening up a new store. Alright, there are all these different things, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you do not have a web presence, do not do a retail store. Because the retail store is good, but it's not going to be, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people think that, oh, you know what, I have a solid, customer base, my friends, family, they all want to buy from me. But look, there's only so much money they can spend on commodities like that. So, and especially like right now when you look at the financial, everybody says there's a recession. There's not a recession if you know what you're doing, okay? But you have to have the online presence. So what happens if you're slow in store?
Yeah.
Go online. You got to make the money, some way, shape, or form. If something's selling for $100, you paid $150 for it, you're probably not going to get $150 for it. You may have to eat the cost so you can revolve that money.
Yeah.
Because taking a $50 loss now means that you could reinvest that $100 somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's how I take a look at a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking a L. But in a business that you're starting, you want to minimize that to as little as possible. For example, when Hololive 1 first came out, Hololive 2, whichever one they did, that new box structure.
It was 1.
Yeah, that new box structure, what people don't know is that I jumped the gun early, and I said, I think it was $888 per case. The case price actually jumped up to a higher number.
Yeah.
And I had to eat. I had to eat the cost. Either I went back and said, hey, I'm gonna have to charge you XYZ, or I'm gonna have to eat the cost. Long story short, if you're a smaller company, you're gonna have to call them back, right? Like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and we have to charge you more of the box prices. I apologize, this and that. Because I was a little bit bigger store, I went ahead and said, you know what? That's a special. I'll eat the cost. I'll take the negative $30, $40. I'm gonna change my price, and now we're gonna keep going. And when I did that, a lot of the customer base was like, so I'm still going to get my product at this price? Yes, you will.
Yeah.
I did have to charge new customers more, but you're still going to get that price. So I took the L there just to showcase that we're going to give you the best price possible. If I mess up, it's all good. It's all you. It's always in good business practices, right? Whatever you're going to do, however you want to do a business is however you want to be treated.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to starting an LGS, please 100% make sure you have, and I'm going to look at the camera, you guys make sure you have a web presence, because other than that, you're not going to be able to move product when you need to move product, because not everybody in your local area will be like, oh yeah, we're gonna buy all of your product for you. The internet internationally is somewhere where you have unlimited amount of customer base.
Yeah.
But just always remember, if something's too good to be true, back away from the deal. It may be too good to be true.
Yeah.
But again, web presence is key. I have a web presence before I jumped into a retail joint. And if the online slows down, the retail joint covers.
Yeah.
If retail slow, online covers. And that's how it's going.
Yeah.
Because don't be afraid to take chances and don't be afraid to pivot. Because if you can't pivot and you're just going to be like, I only want to sell Weiss Schwarz or I only want to do this, you're missing out on a lot of key aspects. Like one big funny story, December. Guess what saved me in December?
One Piece.
No, I don't get none of those. Sorcery TCG.
What is that? What is Sorcery TCG?
Google Sorcery TCG. That set saved me. Saved my December.
Yeah.
I mean, hand over fist, big money in sorcery.
I've never heard of that.
That's what I'm telling you. It's not a waifu thing. It's a shenanigans of a thing. But Sorcery TCG saved me in December.
Absolutely, I'll check it out.
Yeah. Oh my god. But that I actually went in. I bought it because Alpha Investment was talking about it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna buy it. And I was like, dude, this okay, well, let's try it. Once I saw the potential, I called all dishes. I said, I'll buy you out. I'll buy everything you got. Really? Everything you got, send it on over. Best move I've ever made. But that was because that's an unknown TCG.
Yeah.
Right now we do sell Grand Archive, we sell Wheat Cross, and they all do numbers. They all do little bits. So don't be scared to go outside of your norms because you just want to do a store that's catered towards Weiss, or you want to do a store that's catered towards Pokemon. They're good, but just don't kind of like close your doors on everything else.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need those things sooner or later.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing about this.
Yeah. 2 more questions. One will be a quick one. What was your introduction to Weiss Schwarz?
Okay, so introduction to Weiss Schwarz was because I liked anime. I love Sword Art Online.
Yes.
So SAO1 was the first one I bought. The Leaf, I think the I don't say Pure Leaf. No, was it Pure Leaf Leafa? The SP. The first SP was in the volume 1 was a Leafa. That's the first one I got, and the second one was Elizabeth. I didn't get the good stuff, but the reason why I started GoldStarCollectibles.com was actually totally irrelevant from there. That was actually because I didn't know how the ratios worked, right? So I was like, oh, I love Attack on Titan and all this stuff. I remember buying 16 boxes. I was traveling for business. Like, oh, these are good priced. $30 a box. Great price during that time.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm buy. I bought 16 boxes. Took it home. And I was with my boss at the time. She goes, you really like these cards? I was like, yeah, I love these cards. So I started opening it. And AOT won. I didn't know at the time, but I got 3 of the same triple rares.
Oh, okay.
So you can't get 3 of the same triple rares.
Yeah.
In a box of 16, well, I was like, oh, that's like a full case. I didn't get a case. I got
individual boxes.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I thought to myself, dang, these signing cards are hella hard to get. Fast forward a year or 2 later, and I start Googling more and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I'm going to buy this SAO box, and I started pulling the thing. I was like, oh, I got one here. I wonder how hard it is. So, Reddit helped me a lot of this stuff, and I'm like, oh, you get 3 SPs per case, or you get 2 SPs.
Yeah.
Wait, how many come in a case? Oh, 16. Then I found the Weiss Schwarz website. I didn't even know about the Weiss Schwarz website. Go over there.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. They were pretty awesome. I didn't get an SP. And then I felt so angry and bad. That's what kind of elevated me to build a company. And I'm going to tell you right now, first year, made nothing. Made dirt. I worked a regular job. Second year, not so much. Third year, went down. It was even progressing. We weren't even going. But it was that 4th year that popped me off when JKTCG was open.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it popped off. But before that, I just wanted to give somebody a place to buy something where, because the search, the map, and all these things are really prevalent in Weiss. And I just wanted to give somebody a place where, well, when somebody does pop one over here, which I do get kind of mad, I do take everything down. Like, it's Spy Family. Freaking, I was like, alright, well, that's my last 6 boxes. The guy goes, "Oh, cool, let me pick one." And the other guy comes in and says, "Hey, the box you gave me yesterday. Oh, I pulled the Lloyd." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And this guy pulls the Yanni SP. I was like, there's already 2. I was like, "Oh, good thing my last display, I took it all down. It's in there. So if you want one, it's actually in there. You can have some. It's in that box right there. Yeah.
I'll grab
you.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, golly. So then we took it all down. And, it just gets given out to people. And stuff like that. But
that's nice. Yeah.
I just wanted people to have a place to buy something. And you got to earn the right. You got to earn the trust.
Yeah.
And right now, I build it so that I work so hard at it that people trust me, and I'm not going to give it up. If any stores think I'm going to give it up, you must be tripping. Because I built this, and I'm going to innovate and elevate against any competition. If you think I'm still not sitting here thinking about what's the next move, I got something big for you guys. This is going to be the un-LGS movement of the year. Like, you want to see what Alpha Investments does? If this hitches off right, I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be LGSs pissed at me. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, my ETBs are $39.99. Holiday Face $39.99 went through almost 800 boxes this year. Like, dude, we go through numbers because I think it's the right thing. Is to keep the prices low as possible. If you hold a product, of course. That's
are you doing the interview like the interview that I did?
Just on recording right now, and we're recording. Yes, okay, yeah, we are doing an interview, and we're recording right now. And so we want to make things cheap. We don't want you to waste your hard-earned money on products and services that may not appreciate in value as high as you would like it. There's a boom and bust and all. We're always going to keep the same price point. I'm not going to go any higher. I'm actually dropping the price points on my website right now because I allowed the other stores to actually be lower than me because I was like, you know what, I'm getting the lion's share. I might as well help the little guys out too.
Yeah.
So now, we're going with the NLGS movement part 1, lowering my prices, and part 2, my in-store experience is bar none something to be questioning about when you go into another LGS.
Yeah.
We have a community vibe. Like, I don't charge for drinks.
Yeah.
I don't charge for certain little things where you're like, oh, let me buy all this. I'm like, $10. We keep it cool. We just get it in and out, right?
Yeah.
But the vibe here, if you have time to come to Sacramento, ladies and gentlemen, come kick it. We just hang out all day long. But we are going to do some changes. We're going to do some unique things. I think it's going to kind of piss people off in the LGS community, but it's going to be something that I feel that is something that needs to be changed, and something that is able to challenge people, challenge stores to become a better store for the community. And that's the whole thing about innovating and elevating. I'm going to do it every single time. So if you want to challenge someone like me, then you got to bring your 100% forward, and then you got to be able to excel and become that new 110% is going to be your new 100% every freaking time. Because I'm going to be honest, if I feel threatened where I feel inadequate, you'll see me back at the drawing board, and you're going to see me build and divide something crazy and innovative to challenge the competition in 2 seconds. But right now, I'm innovating without any challenges because I want to set myself apart from being a good LGS to a great LGS, and then hopefully to a legendary.
I'm making some of my bad decisions right now.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
Really appreciate it. We'll see you around. Take care.
All right, guys. Have a good one.